Hey, I'm Alex from Marc's Mobility. In this video, we're going to show you a quantum rehab chair with 4 electrical seat functions, so stay tuned. What we have here is a Quantum Edge 3. Now this unit was manufactured in 2022, but it has less than 1 mile of total drive distance on this unit. This one is going to have a 12-inch seat lift, electric tilt, electric recline, and electric legs, and I'll go over those functions with you here shortly. The Quantum Edges are going to be a mid-wheel drive design, which is going to be best intended for inside uses on hardtop surfaces because mid-wheel is going to turn in the smallest turning radius. If you do stay tuned to the end of the video, you'll see me driving and sitting in this chair. So one, you can get a perspective of what I look like at 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. Sitting on this, but you can also get that same, we're going to show you the turning radius and kind of how it turns later on in this video. But mid-wheel drive does mean your large drive tire is going to be located right here in the middle of the chair. This is a 14-inch solid drive wheel. You are going to have 6-inch caster wheels in the front and the back, and those are going to rotate when you are driving the chair. Now, on most all Quantums, you are going to have 4 tie-down points. There's one here in the back and one in the front, and the same on the other side. So that's if you have public transportation or you have straps in your vehicle that you want to tie it down to. This is where you can tie it down. Now, I do want to mention a couple other things as well. If you are looking at a chair like this, we do send a measuring chart and we do fit this to your size. So if you're anything under 300 pounds, we can make this chair fit your size. I don't care if you're 4'10", 100 pounds, or 300 pounds at 6'5". We can adapt this chair at no extra cost to you to fit to your size, so when it's delivered, it's ready to go. Now, the unit also is going to come with 55 amp batteries. That is what's standard on this unit. We do have a battery link below, so if you have a chair like this and you need batteries, we can ship those right to your home. And we also do sell batteries for most all other products on the market. And one other thing to mention as well, we do also sell used vehicle lifts as well. So we do also have one that will transport this as long as the tongue weight on your vehicle can support it, because this is a chair that is a little over 400 pounds total weight on this unit. Going back down over here on the base, I want to show you one more thing about the motors. You are going to have this yellow knob on top of your motors. If you push it down, what it's going to do is it's going to disengage that motor so that you can put it in freewheel. So if your batteries are dead and you need to move the chair around, this is probably one of the only times you're going to put it in freewheel. It does need to be in the up position, so that's going to lock the motor. What that's doing is that's engaging your electromagnetic brake and allowing you to drive it. Now, Quantum Edges like this are going to go a little over 6 miles an hour top end speed when you're in the low position. I will go ahead now and I will start to show you some of the electrical seat functions. You're going to go here on the joystick and you're going to select whatever seat function from a picture diagram that you're wanting to move. And I'm going to go ahead first with the seat lift. It's highlighted, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this back. Once again, you will have a little bit of reduced speed when you are elevated. On the top left-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see a green circle. If that circle goes to yellow, it means you're going to be at a reduced speed. If it goes to red, a red X, that means you're in a non-safe driving position, and then it will no longer operate. You have to get back to a normal seated position for the chair to drive. But here in this position, I'll show you outside with the seat lift as well. You are able to drive it with the seat elevated. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the seat back down. This unit is also paired with a swing away joystick, so you can swing the joystick to the side. So what that's going to allow you to do is to pull up closer to a table and or help assist you to get in and out of the unit without having obstruction of trying to reach back and not push off the joystick, because joysticks are an expensive electronics and it's not something that you want to break. So using that swing away function is a really nice function to have on this chair. Next thing I'm going to show you is going to be the electric tilt. I always say in my videos, this is probably the most medically needed function on a rehab chair. Tilt is where the whole unit is in a seated position, but you're going to start to tilt back. So right here already I have a red X on the screen, so that means it would not drive in one of these positions. But what this is going to do is help to either reposition the person. Sometimes people that have Hoyer lifts and slings can use it to then help get the sling underneath the person. But really what it's made for is to take the pressure off your lower half and apply it to your back. That's going to increase blood flow to the lower half of your body, especially paired with a nice air cushion like what's currently sitting on here. That's going to really help alleviate pressure sores if that is something that you struggle with. Now when you're in a tilted position, I can also go ahead and elevate the legs. The legs will come out, so some people need to get their feet above their heart for periods of time. So I'll show you here when the legs are all the way up what you would be looking like. Now, The foot plates are adjustable in width, the distance in between, and they also do flip up. But this is what you're going to be looking like when you're in a full tilted position with your legs up. And then, like I said, it does come with electric recline as well. So I'm going to leave the legs up. So if you were to recline back, you would see kind of what it would look like, almost this lay flat position. Now I will mention Quantum does have a few other models. They do have a front and a rear wheel driven chair as well. So if you're looking for one of the different options, give us a call. We might have some of those in stock as well. This is the Recline. Recline's pretty straightforward. It's where your back is going to recline back so that you can lay and sleep in the chair. We have a lot of customers that buy these and they're in them all day. So basically between the tilt and the recline function, they are able to get comfortable and be able to sleep in the unit. So this is what you're going to look like here in the full recline with your legs up. Now the only function it allows you to do too through the joystick is the recline and the legs, so I am able to actually control both of those at the same time. Now it is an optional upgrade. We can upgrade it to a little box behind it. It's called an I-Access box, and what that is that's going to be a 4-function box that you would be able to control all of these functions instead of going through your joystick setting. It'd be a box back here with buttons that you can press, and then you'd be able to do the same things that I just showed you here, but right through a quick function box instead of cycling through them on the joystick. Now armrests on the units do flip up on both sides, and the joystick can be transferred from the right or the left hand side. And I do want to mention one more time, when you are buying a chair like this, don't worry about the size. As long as you are under that 300-pound weight capacity, we can make this chair fit for you. I said earlier the foot plates flip up, just to give you an example. That's what they look like when they are in the upright position. Now right now, how it's currently configured, it is going to come with a standard. This is set up at 16 inches in width by about 18 inches in depth. Once again, we can make that 22, 23 inches in depth and up to 20 inches in width. Now I will say you have to have your arms at a certain position to clear your backrest. So if the backrest gets bigger, the overall width of the chair will get bigger because your armrests have to move out. How this is currently at, it's at 24 inches of overall width. So most door frames are 36 inches. With the door on a hinge, you have about 21 inches of usable space. So if you have standard door frames in your house, you would be able to drive this chair through that opening. Headrest is fully adjustable. It's got a couple different Allen keys back here that you can adjust the height and the tilt and the pitch of the headrest to the customer's size. But once again, when we get that measuring chart, we're pretty good at fitting this. So when we do ship it to you, it's going to be on a pallet, fully assembled, ready to go once you cut the box open. Over here, I want to give you how it's currently set up. This actually has a little bit extensions on either side of the foot plate. Usable space, you have about 16 inches in the current configuration in width by about 11 inches in depth. And you'll see me sitting in this chair in a little bit, and I will show you at 6 foot tall, 210 pounds, kind of what I look like fitting in this unit. On top of the fenders, there is a button that you can press. This button is currently located right here underneath your right knee. It can be moved on the arm and in different places, but they are going to have little LED lights in the front and the back. Now they're not very, very high, bright lights like typically for outside to light up your path. But if you are driving, obviously you'll be able to see the light, but this is going to be more intended for like, hey, you're inside your home, you're in a dark place, you want to be able to see where you're going. You turn your lights on and then you'll have a little bit more visibility while driving the chair. So if you would, go ahead, stay tuned to this video. I'm going to go ahead outside and sit in the chair and drive it around to give you a driving demonstration. What we have here is the Quantum Edge 3. This unit has less than 1 mile of total drive distance on it. It's going to have that 12-inch seat lift, electric tilt, electric recline, and electric legs. You can see it has a really nice turning radius for a rehab type chair because it is that mid-wheel drive design. It's going to be a hair over 6 miles an hour at top end speed when the seat is down. I did mention it has the seat lift, and it is going to have a reduced speed when the seat lift is elevated. So I'm going to go ahead and raise that up now just to kind of give you a reference on speed and show you kind of stability on the unit when the seat is elevated. It is very quiet and it does raise up really fast for a lot of power chairs that do have a seat lift. Once again, it will be a little bit slower when you're all the way up in this position. I'm 6 foot tall, 210 pounds, so you can kind of see what I look like, you know, reference sitting in this chair, but we can adjust everything to fit to your size as long as you're under 300 pounds. So now when I'm all the way elevated and driving, I got 4.5 miles an hour. So that is pretty quick. It's actually a little bit quicker than a Permobil when you're all the way in the upright seated position. 4.6 is what it topped out at, but it's got plenty of stability. It's got great suspension. When your seat goes up, it actually hardens up the suspension a little bit as well. So it's a very stable unit. So if you're looking for a chair that's almost new, that does have the 4 electrical seat functions, go ahead and take a look at this Quantum Edge 3.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.